You've got a new job, you want to jump in fast to the fast lane, but all of a sudden you're looking around and you don't want to get run over. You're getting inundated with Slack messages, and you've got meetings that feel like they should be emails, and you've got emails that you're wondering if they should be lawsuits, and you're like, oh no, what do I do? Asking for a friend. Hi, I'm Karen Hurt, and I'm here with our next edition of Asking for a Friend from the road from Ho Chi Minh City. And let's give you a couple of practical, tactical ways to do this. Okay, first, be sure that you know what scooter you should be on before you hit the accelerator, right? So one good way to do this is ask your manager. We're 90 days in. And you are looking at me and saying, I made the exact right hire here. What is it exactly that I've accomplished? What am I doing? What are the habits? How am I showing up? Get a picture of what success looks like. The next thing I would say is tune out the frenetic noise. There is going to be so much for you to pay attention to, and really think about, are there things here that seem important but are not? And make sure that you know how to say a strategic no so you can say yes to what is most important. And then I would say find a savvy person to help you navigate. I will never forget when I made a big move from Verizon landline to the Verizon wireless side of the business. Everybody I talked to said, you know who really understands this? Laura. I found Laura. I set a meeting with Laura and I said, can you draw me a map of who is in charge of what and who I go to, where and why? And she did. She spent about a half an hour and she literally drew out who to go to for what things. Now, Laura was not my boss or my boss's boss. She was magic. When I got promoted to my next role there, I went back and thanked Laura for being such an important navigator as I was onboarding. And finally, learn the rush hours. It may feel very frenetic all the time, and there are times that it's going to be less busy for certain people. I learned that in one of my new roles, I learned that my boss always worked out at the gym at 7 o'clock in the morning in the company gym. And she said, you know, if you really want to talk to me and get my attention, come on the treadmill beside me. I was happy to do that. It was a 2-for-1. I got a workout and I got my boss's attention. I found another one where I learned if I could invite my boss along to store visits when I had a lot of stores that we were visiting, I could have him sitting beside me in my car for hours to talk about what's most important. So if you are thinking about this, think less Formula One and more Google Maps, and go slow to navigate before you hit the gas. See you next time on Asking for a Friend.